I would say the following. First of all, if you need medication of any kind, you better go out and buy all the medicines you can get, because in a few months they won't be available, because the petroleum industry has a big role to play in the production of pharmaceuticals. So that's my first piece of advice. And secondly, start thinking in terms of storing food and any other items that you think you may need, because as this war continues, and it's going to continue, the impact that I talked about earlier is going to be felt here.
So we've only got 4 weeks left of oil, according to President Jackass Trump at the G7 summit. He says that if the Strait of Hormuz isn't open for business, that the American people are going to have to, I guess, fight for oil. Now, President Trump says a lot of ridiculous things, and I'd say 99.99999999999999995% of everything that comes out of his mouth not only smells like bullshit, but is bullshit. But look here. This is what he said at the G7 summit. He said that his administration has been selling all of our oil reserves to the highest bidder so that him and his cronies can make a bunch of money and basically screw the American people, and that the American people are fucked. The people that are driving for a living are fucked. The people that are working for a living are fucked. So welcome, MAGA. Are you fucking happy yet? God damn.
So we got 4 weeks left, huh? Well, so much for preparing. Y'all peep this shit. So, as y'all can see, the Strait of Hormuz is still closed. And it's because of Israel bombing Lebanon and all this other shit. It has closed the Strait of Hormuz, causing an entire oil shortage. Such an oil shortage to a point. They are telling us we have 4 weeks left before we start running out of gas and oil. How the fuck is this going to work? Our country is literally ran by that shit. So we literally have a fucking choice. It's either A, we continue to support this little goofy ass shit that Israel keeps fucking doing. We run out of oil within the next 4 fucking weeks. The entire country is in absolute fucking peril. Or B, we can stop supporting Israel. They stop bombing the shit. They open the Strait of Hormuz, and we are not going to have a goddamn gas shortage. So, who the fuck you think they gonna fucking choose? Because with this decision alone, we'll automatically be like, okay, so if that's not the whole idea of America not being first, but Israel is, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. Because, when we run out of gas and oil within the next 4 weeks, within the next 4 weeks, within the next 4 weeks, within the next 4 goddamn motherfucking weeks, me, you, and everybody that is watching this motherfucking video is going to be in peril, honey. Peril. So, America, what the fuck are we doing here?
Good morning, my beautiful viewers. How are you guys doing?
Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahawah, Ba'ashem, YAHAWASHI, Ba'ashem, Rakwakwidash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to mighty Akim, Wakwathim, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this foreign captivity, as well as a speckled bird that may look like the other nations, but are actually Yasharallah. This is Brother Kawakab coming at you with another lesson. Today's lesson, it's going to be on this whole thing with the oil. We're running out of oil, with 4 weeks of oil left, and apparently America, or more specifically DJT, I'm not gonna lie, it's primarily this is the thing that got me. I think that this is so hilarious. Damn near $400 billion spent on a war that just didn't need to happen, and it's like I like what else is there to say, really? Like, what else should I say? Slakia, I'm telling you, like, seriously, I find this actually funny to me, because it literally just goes to show just how, like, this is not even real life, or at this point, because it's so ridiculous. It's like, I don't even know how to say it, but like, imagine going through all that crap, all this shit, just to be brought into the same position as before, but you lost money, you wasted money going through all this, instead of just not going through the hard stuff or the bad stuff in the first place. And you know what's even funnier about it is that people literally died as a result of the war. So people lost their families, their loved ones, as a result of people lost their family and loved ones as a result of what DJT did. And then, oh well, we're just supposed to say, oh, it's fine. Oh, it's okay that he did that. It's okay that, people died for basically nothing. All right, it's like, no, like, you're obviously going to be mad, because, like, why did we have to go through this in the first place if you weren't going to take this shit seriously? If your only plans were just some temporary little whatever, then you literally just got a bunch of people killed for nothing. Like, it's there's no sugarcoating it. There's no making this seem better or easier in any way, shape, or form. The only thing is that, yeah, what happened was that people died as a result of just starting this war in general. People literally died for it. All right, now to continue on with this, let me get some precepts here. Sirach 10 verse 3, an unwise king destroys his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority the city shall be inhabited. And this is something that I keep on bringing up. All right, and I'm not gonna lie, I know I've been doing a lot of lessons, all right, but it's there's always something. And you know what is crazy is that this is not even an exaggeration, but there is literally always something in reference to this war when it comes, not just a war, but like DJT doing something. Like, there's always, there's news that DJT had done this, or there's news that DJT had done that, or something, this and the third, where everyone is saying like, this man is fucking over the American systems and stuff like that. Like, we are all like things are just diminishing. All right, everything is getting harder and harder for us, and it's like there's nothing. It's not looking any better for us. All right, and even then, Jeremiah 30 verse 7, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Where the thing here is that we're getting to the point where it's going to get harder. And the crazy thing about it is that we've already been in that transitional period where things are getting harder for us. All right, where finances and other stuff, all right, that's getting worse. That's getting harder. But then it's only growing. Things are only growing. It's only going to get worse and worse until it's literally unbearable. All right, it gets to become literally unbearable where you can't handle it. You can't work through it. All right, it's just that much worse. It's that much more painful for us. All right, where not just for us, but for the other call on by the way, but for just the people in general, just your average everyday citizen, where it's just getting worse and worse. All right. Psalm 65 verse 20, he hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. And I'm not gonna lie, this is actually pretty beautiful, like damn near poetic. All right, because number one, he said he had put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. Iran, they did not want any war. They did not care about America and all that stuff. They kept to themselves. All right, and then there was a treaty that everyone was under, and he broke the covenant. The covenant being the treaty that they had established with each other. Well, okay, well, that's just gone out the window. Fuck the treaty. We're gonna do whatever we want, and they end up doing that shit. Where this is what is going on right now. All right, where this is what's going on right now, where they went completely against their treaty and their agreements of where no one's going to attack anyone and stuff like that. But then they went and attacked someone. America, more specifically Babylon, attacked Iran first, breaking their covenant, breaking their treaty. All right, and then next, they say, oh, we're talking about peace, we're talking about love, we're talking about this and the third. These people are so bad, X, Y, and Z, and stuff like that. But then, well, they didn't do anything. All right, but you have Esau lying and saying that they did all that they are these terrible ass people and stuff like that, just for all that to be viewed as a lie. All right, and the American people, they eat all that up, all those words that Esau always says, trying to make himself seem like such a great soft guy or whatever, stuff like that. Like, no, that's everyone knows that that's a lie. All right, or everyone's starting to see that's a lie. All right, and then even when he speaks of that, he painted Iran out to be evil. Look at the fact that Esau was the one that started the war. All right, and then and then look at the end result. You know, the killings and stuff like that, and a lot of American people. I think a few, not maybe a lot, but American people, not citizens, but military, they had died as a result of it. I remember doing a lesson on that. Continuing on, Matthew 24 verse 6. And ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars, see that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. And this is the thing here where we're watching to see how much more this escalates, how much more this gets worse, how much more we're viewing the progression of not just this war, but everything. All right, because it's a part of everything. It's a part of everything where we will eventually see. Oh, well, now we have to worry about constant what's the word? Constant progressions, or the next build up, the next lead up to war, to another war and stuff like that, and more conflicts. All right, that's what we're waiting for. That's what we're watching, and you know, it's only getting worse. All right, it's not getting any easier. All right, now 1 Thessalonians 5 verse 3, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. And that's another thing that's going on here, where the American people, or the people in general, they think that they're not even really aware of what's going on. They don't really care. They're not paying attention to stuff like this. They are only worried about, okay, well, let me focus on myself. Let me focus on this. Let me focus on my money, my home, my next thing or job and all that stuff. Like it's never really about what is going on in the background or the build up to what is eventually going to happen, which is destruction. All right. And also Matthew chapter 15 verse 14, let them alone, they be blind leaders of the blind, and if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch. Where the leaders, Esau, these are the leaders that are the blind, that they are just doing whatever they want, being self-destructive to not just themselves but their people as well. All right, it's like you have this incompetent ass leader that is telling you, hey, come with me, I know where to go, but he doesn't know where to go because he's freaking blind. And he's literally guiding you to your literal death. Like there's no other way to put it. All right, like you're just going to be done and over with. All right, and again, like this is the thing. Like imagine to build a parallel. All right, the thing is, like, you tell someone, hey, or Slaki, not you tell someone. Someone tells you, hey, follow me. I know how to fix this. I know how to fix this blockage that's blocking the road. There's a blockage that's blocking the road, but in actuality, there was no blockage. And Slaki, I'm just trying to think of a parallel, but that's just not a good parallel. It's like, oh, hey, it's like the road. I'm gonna fix the road, but there's nothing wrong with the road, and then you go and bother someone, and then someone says, oh, you know what, since you bothered me for no reason, I'm gonna go put this blockage on the road, and then now the road is blocked. All right, so then they say, like, okay, well, this is a problem because your dumbass did all this stuff, and then you have to spend all your resources trying to make that person that's now blocking the road, move out the way. And then after you spend all those resources, then that's where you got, okay, well, now the problem is solved. I told you should have listened to me. Well, if you had never started in the first place, this would have never been a problem. We would have never needed you to do something in the first place. So you are at fault. You're the reason why this was even an issue to begin with. All right, you just should have stayed out of it and not caused issues. All right, that's basically what happened. What's up? And that's why it's like it's so ridiculous and dumb to even be affiliated and associated in the first place. Like you could have just not done that. You could have just not participated. Like why did you have to do that? All right, you just ruined things for all of us, for everyone. All right, so with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, Hashem, YAHAWASHI, Hashem, Kwadash, double honor to the elders and apostles, great millstone, about Baal Shalom.